Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Kubernetes on Raspberry Pi. So what we have done till now is that we have installed Kubernetes on both of our devices. We have initialized our master devices, we have initialized our worker devices, and our Kubernetes cluster is working perfectly fine. Now let's say, what if I want to access my Kubernetes cluster outside the cluster network? So what I mean to say is that, for example, you have 3 to 4 devices and you have initialized a cluster, Kubernetes cluster in them, but I do not want to log in to those devices. I want something present in my laptop so that I can access all the information of the cluster directly from my laptop. So to do this, what you have to do is you need to install the Cube Ctl in your Windows laptop. So for this you need to go to this URL. I'll share the link in the description, and you need to install the Cube Ctl. So you can install it either using this command, but I really like to download this Google Cloud SDK. So just click this link and here you will see that so here's this install for Windows button. This will give you an exe like this one, and you need to run this exe. I have already installed this, so I'm not going to install it again. Once you have successfully installed this Google Cloud SDK shell will open. Here first you need to do is you need to install Cube Ctl in this Cloud shell. So for this you need to run the command, this command gcloud components install Cube Ctl. Once you have installed this command, this will install the Cube Ctl in the Google Cloud shell. So, and to confirm if everything is working fine or not, you can run this command kubectl version, and if this command successfully runs, which means that our kubectl is properly installed in our Windows. So but what about accessing our cluster? So to access our cluster, you need to use the admin.conf file which we generated while installing the Kubernetes. So let me first copy the admin.conf file and I'll paste it in my home directory. So you can see this is my admin.conf file. Let me change its permission and let me give it to the full permissions. Okay, now I want this admin.conf file to be locally present in my Windows laptop, and then what I'll do is, from this Google Cloud shell, I'll give path to that admin.conf file, and then I can easily access my cluster from my Windows laptop. So for this, to copy the file from my Raspberry Pi to the Windows, I'm using this WinSCP software. I'll share the link in the description. So I have connected this. I've connected my Raspberry Pi here, and you can see this is the admin.conf file. I'll simply drag and drop to my desktop, and here is our admin.conf file. So all you need to do is you need to give the path where this is present. So let me copy the path. Okay, now we have given the path where our admin.conf file is present, and now let's test this if it is working or not by running the command get nodes. Okay, so this is running because it is showing me that Pi1 and Pi2, they both are connected, and Pi1 is the master. So which means that now we can access our Kubernetes cluster from our Windows laptop, and we do not need to log into each device, the master device, to access the cluster. So this was all about how you can access the cluster from your Windows laptop or any other laptop other than the Raspberry Pi. Now is the time to install Kubernetes dashboard. So to install the Kubernetes dashboard, you need to run the command. I will share all these commands in the description. So to install the Kubernetes dashboard, you need to run this command. This command will deploy the Kubernetes dashboard. Now there are many Kubernetes dashboard versions available online, but the one which we need is the ARM based version. So I'll simply copy this command and will run it in my master device. Okay, so this is done. The service Kubernetes dashboard has been created. Let's check if it is running or not. This seems to be working fine, and now let's go ahead and try to access the dashboard. So for this, if you see here, if you go into this Alex Ellis article, once you have deployed the here it is. So once you have deployed the dashboard, you also need to provide the full admin privileges to the dashboard service which is running in our Raspberry Pi. So for this, what we need to do is we need to copy this content and we need to create a dashboard admin file in the Pi, in our master file. So for this, let's create a dashboard admin.yml file and paste all this content. Paste all this content in the dashboard admin file. Let's save it and run this using this Cube Ctl create command. Okay, so the cluster role binding Kubernetes dashboard has been created. Now is the time to access the dashboard, and to access the dashboard the link is this one. I'll share again this link in the description, and let's start this. Okay, so let me start the dashboard and let's go ahead and paste. Okay, so here we have, yes, we have successfully installed the dashboard for our Kubernetes. So here you can see this is the dashboard and this looks really cool. We have all the namespace here. This is the Cube public, this is the Cube system namespace, and you can see all the daemon sets, all the services which we have deployed, like we have deployed the Kubernetes dashboard, Weave, and all other things in the dashboard. Let's go into this nodes to check. Yes, we have both the nodes here, and this is really cool. This Kubernetes dashboard looks amazing. We can click this button, create button, to do any deployment. We can simply write our code here, or we can deploy our pods by selecting the YML or the JSON file. We can also create an app. So this was all about how you can access the Kubernetes dashboard and access the Kubernetes cluster outside the cluster. So I hope you really like this video. If you have any questions regarding installation of the Kubernetes dashboard, or if you want any other things which I should do in this Kubernetes, please let me know in the comment section. And as again, please like, share, subscribe and comment if you have any questions regarding this. Thank you.